Welcome back to One Life Family, man. I'm your host, Star, and you're checking out today's news segment. 81-year-old William Brock was arrested in Ohio after unaliving 62-year-old Loletha Hall. Apparently, the two were victims of a scamming situation to where someone had called Mr. Brock, and we'll go into how this scam works so that you guys can have a better understanding, which is why I'm bringing the awareness to you. But someone allegedly called 81-year-old William Brock and told him to send $12,000 bail money for one of his loved ones, and if he didn't comply, that him and his loved ones would be unalived. The lady, Loletha Hall, 61-year-old, was sent to his home to actually pick up the money, okay, so to speak. And I'll explain to you guys how this works so that y'all will be up the game and up the par with it. But check out this clip on what happened in Ohio.
I know what you're after. You're after the help! Help! Give me that phone. Help! I'll shoot you in the head. Don't do that, please don't. Don't, sir. Please don't. Over. It's right up there. You can see it. You can see it. You can look, sir. Please. Just look.
Here behind me is where a scam call turned deadly, and I'm going to step out of the way here so you can get a look here. The man who lives here is accused of shooting and killing an Uber driver. He now faces a murder charge and potential other charges.
Come on, get out.
According to reports, authorities say William Brock had been receiving multiple threatening scam calls the morning of March 25th. The calls were concerning an incarcerated relative, and Brock was told to meet at the courthouse to pay a ransom of $12,000 in bail money, or they would kill him and his relative. Around the same time of the call, Loletha Hall received directions from the same person or an accomplice, instructing her to go to Brock's home to pick up a package for delivery. Dashcam video from Hall's car shows her arrive to Brock's home to pick up that package. According to reports from the Clark County Sheriff's Office, Brock allegedly had a gun. This video appears to confirm that. The incident report says Brock allegedly took Hall's phone and wouldn't let her leave, and when she tried to go, authorities say Brock then shot Hall. They started fighting, and he shot her 2 more times. Authorities received a call from Brock saying he had shot someone on his property because they were trying to rob him. When units arrived, they found Hall with multiple gunshot wounds, and Brock was bleeding from his head. Hall was flown to Kettering Hospital in Dayton, where she died. Reports say while officials were on scene, Brock's landline phone kept ringing, and when one officer picked it up, the man on the other line said he was an officer. And the real officer explained what happened and asked the caller to meet. And he agreed, but never showed up. We reached out to Uber, and they responded with this statement saying in part, quote, "There is no other way to describe this incident than a horrific tragedy. Our hearts continue to be with Loletha's loved ones as they grieve her sudden loss. We have been in contact with law enforcement and remain committed to supporting their investigation." End quote. Uber also went on to say the account of the individual who ordered the Uber trip has been banned. The sheriff's office is also reminding residents to be extra cautious and that no law enforcement agency or court will call you and demand for bail money over the phone. That goes for any other court functions as well. Reporting in Springfield, Grace Hewitt, 2 News.
Very, 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 very sad story. And my condolences to Loletha Hall and her family, man. So basically, I just wanted to take a quick second to explain to you guys the scam. For people who might not have quite gotten what the news people were saying. What they do is they set up these fraudulent bonding companies, or they act like they bonding companies. And then they reach out to people. They're normally older people who have, generations, you see what I'm saying? So they may call and say, well, your great grandson or your grandson is locked up and need this amount of money to get out of jail. However, in this case, they were saying that if he didn't pay the money, that they would unalive his family member, whoever the family member was. They were saying that they was going to unalive him. Okay, so they set up these companies, and then they get you to pay. It's normally the bond money. Okay, that's where the bond came in at, which is the $12,000. And when the people go and get the cash, normally they'll get the cash out of their bank and stuff like that, because a lot of older people still use cash, so that's why they kind of target them. They then book the Uber driver. When you go on Uber and they got the Uber package people and they go pick up your package and they drop it off, they order the Uber package people to go and pick the package up, not knowing that it's money. They don't know what they're going to pick up. They just going to pick it up. And that's the situation what happened with Ms. Hall. Okay, she was actually just there doing her job and got caught in the midst. They both were in the middle of some nonsense. Okay, but I just wanted to take a second and it kind of explain to you. So if y'all have people that call y'all asking for bond and it's not your family member that 9 times out of 10 it's a scam, it's a jug. I've heard of this. I mean, like I say, I know a lot of things when it comes to streets and jugs and things of that nature, and this is definitely one that's on the rise. So y'all definitely be aware of your surroundings.